This man is called Ahmed. Ahmed is the man who drives this big truck you see. His job to transport a large cargo. The special duty he has to deliver frozen foods like fish, chicken and anything else that needs refrigeration. At the night he travels from 6 in the evening until 5 in the morning when everyone sleeps. He drives across desert land and the part of the desert that are very frightening. He say if I told you the things that happened to me, dear viewer, you will not believe me. Here is his full story. Welcome, I greet you all my dear friends. If you like stories like this one, please join me. He said in 2010 I was working in one of the cargo companies in Saudi Arabia. The company assigned me to transport frozen goods to hotels. Many places were waiting for my deliveries and I used to bring the goods that arrive at the border Mursad in Saudi Arabia. From there, I will drive up to Riyadh, which is 1,000 kilometers away. Then, after I deliver part of the load in Riyadh, I would continue to the city called Khamis Bashriya, which is also in Saudi Arabia. The distance between Riyadh and Khamis al-Bashriya was another 1,000 kilometers. That means my trip were about 2,000 kilometers long. When I made this trip, I would rest for 1 week. And then on the second week, I will do same journey again. He said from 2010 when I started this job until 2011, the company used to send me someone with me as companion. That person would guide me through the route at the first and also keep me company. But after I worked for years and learned everything well, the company told me that I could travel now alone. I said okay. I could have taken someone with me, paying a little money for the company, but I refused. As the Prophet, peace upon him, said, if you are going on journey to travel with 1 or 2 companions or more. My every first journey alone was the most surprising experience of my life. One night I started my trip at 6 in the evening. I left the border and drove on the road all by myself. Suddenly I saw a truck ahead of me. It belonged to the same company I worked for. I flew behind it. While I was watching the back of the truck, I noticed something strange hanging on it. It looked like a bag at the first, but when I looked carefully, it seemed to be a dark figure. This figure looked like it had ham and also head or face. What shocked me most was that it was completely black. Sometimes even it looked like it had hair. I kept asking myself, what is this thing? The desert road was not straight. It ran left and right. I kept following the track for a while and even forget that I was driving. My full attention was on the black figure. I pressed on the accelerator speed and I got closer and closer to the track. The closer I came, the clearer that figure appeared. Finally, I realized it was black hair shape. While I was still shocked, the figure suddenly turned and looked directly at me. My front mirror window, which was clear, suddenly turned in black, like a curtain had been pulled over it. I could not see the road for a moment and almost crashed. In that moment, I forgot all the fear. I only thought, if I have an accident, it will cause great loss to my life and to the company. That black figure did not leave my mind. I tried my best to stop the truck, but if I pressed the brake suddenly, at that high speed, I could die. The road was full of sharp turns and not straight. If I stopped wrongly, when I finally stopped and looked again, the mirror window of my truck was black, but now it's become normal. The black figure was gone, but the glass was cracked, as if someone had thrown a rock at it. The man asking me what happened to you. I told that man, my friend, there was something on the back of your truck. When I come close, it jumped toward me. You can see what happened to my mirror window. That man had a lot of experience. He had worked for many companies for many years. He told me, first of all, whenever you start a journey like this, you must say Bismillah. You must start Bismillah. I remember morning and evening prayer. You must take wudu or ablution because these deserts are the place where the jinn live. He also said, when you see things like this, try to ignore them. If you keep starting at them, it will harm you. Just trust Allah and continue your journey. That is how you will stay safe. He also told me this broken mirror window is not big issue. There is a place about 500 kilometers from here where they will replace it for you. Until then, we will travel together and finish the journey. I agree, and we continue the trip together. When we reach, they replaced mirror window for me. The man gave me comfort, and all the fear that was inside me is starting to go away. After that, something else happened on our way back. Both of us were heading to the same city, Riyadh. He was carrying one type of goods, and I was carrying a different type. After we drove for some hours, he went ahead of me while I flew behind. Since in the man had more experience with the desert and strange things that happened there, I did not expect to see something scary again. But the second incident was even more shocking. It was again during the night. Suddenly I saw children sitting on the top of his truck. They were throwing stones at me from above. This confused my mind completely. I was thinking, how could children be sitting on the top of the truck that was moving at a speed 150 km per hour? How was it possible for them to throw stones at the truck behind? I asked myself, maybe I didn't sleep well last night, maybe this is just a dream. But no, it was real, because this was the first journey I made alone. Before, always I had companion with me, and nothing like this had ever happened. That night was different. I was truly scared. The stones they threw were not damaged in the truck, but they looked like real stones, and the children looked like normal human kids. My heart was beating fast, and I continued to recite the morning and evening prayers. By the mercy of Allah, suddenly I lost the sight of them. It was like they disappeared from the road. That is how my journey ended that night. When I reached my destination, I asked myself, should I tell my companion what happened, or should I keep it to myself? Finally, I decided to tell him. I went to him and said, brother, last night after we replaced the window mirror and continue our trip together, I saw children on the top of your truck. They were throwing stones at me. But the man was not surprised at all. He calmly replied, this is exactly what I told you before. The desert we traveled through is the land of the jinn. These are desert lands and mountain areas. The only thing you must do is keep reading your prayer and morning and evening supplications. When you go out, make sure you have wudu or ablution. Then nothing can harm you or take anything away from you. The man finished his words, and that day we separated. He said, what happened to me earlier was normal compared to the next incident I will tell you. If I will share with you, dear viewer, you might not believe it. This man had faced many trouble in his life, but only I will share two of the most important ones with you. If you want me to continue telling more of his stories, let me know in the comments. He said, one day I left the company station carrying goodies. Around midnight to 11 o'clock, my truck suddenly broke down in the middle of the desert. It had a big mechanical problem. I tried to fix it by myself, but I could not. I gave up. In the desert where no one lives, you may only see one vehicle pass by every 30 minutes. While I was sitting there, an old man appeared. He looked about 100 years old man, even maybe older him. His face alone could make you feel shocked. He was driving a small car and stopped right beside me. I was surprised and kept staring at him. The old man said to me, son, I saw you were sitting here for a long time and struggling. That's why I come to you to help you. Here, take this, a bottle of lemon, drink. 3 days, eat them to refresh yourself. I was very happy with the kindness of this old man, but at the same time I was confused. I thought, who is this man? Why would such an old man person be in the middle of this empty desert offering me food? But because I was very hungry and thirsty, I accepted the food. I drank the lemon juice and ate 3 days. Truly I need it. And ate the 3 days. Truly, I needed it. I told him my truck had broken down because of the strong heat of the sun. I was also tired and sleepy. The old man kept me company, speaking calm with me while I finished the food. When I returned the plate and thanking him, I said, "Thank you so much." The old man replied, "It's okay, my son. May Allah make your work easy." Then he quietly drove away. He said, "It's very rare to see an old man in such a deserted place appear suddenly and treat you so kind. I don't even know any village near that area. I have worked in this role for years. I knew every place well. That's why I will never forget that day. Until now, I still wonder who he really was. The memory of that old man in the desert has never left in my mind." He said that old man appeared to me around 6 o'clock in the evening. At the same time, I heard the call to prayer adhan. But in that area, as I told you before, there was no mosque, not even a single house nearby. I was shocked and kept asking myself, where is this adhan coming from? Then I suddenly saw the same old man who had given me food earlier. He was running incredible speed toward the direction of the adhan. I was surprised, even a young cannot run that fast in the desert. But this old man who looked over 100 years old was running faster than motorcycle. I stared at him in disbelief. My eye followed him until he disappeared. That's when I stared to depth. This was not a human being. He must have been jinn, because when I looked carefully, he had the face and the body of a human, but his ability were beyond human. The food he gave me was normal. It gave me back my strength. But himself, he was no ordinary man. Later, around Maghrib, around 6 evening o'clock, when people were coming back from the prayer, a man driving a big truck stopped beside me. He asked me what had happened. I told him about my breakdown and strange experience. Luckily, this man was a mechanic. He worked hard. After some effort, he managed to fix my truck. By Allah's mercy, I was able to continue my journey and finish it safely. Lastly, Ahmed said, after all these incidents, such experiences become normal for me. I started seeing them as part of my work. But let me tell you, there are many people who work in this field, traveling across the desert at the night. And I want to give you all advice. Never travel alone. Always take at least 2 people with you. Often we avoid companion because we think about money, that he will share our pay or increase our expense. But the danger of traveling alone is far worse than losing a little money. You may face accidents, serious injuries, serious situations that many can't fix. Our Prophet, peace upon him, warned us about this many times. So my dear friends, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Wait for the next video where I will bring you another story.